Ladies and gentlemen, spring is finally here. The clocks have changed, the bloom is out, and as you can see, we are basking in sunshine here by the iconic Tower Bridge, just over here, and the River Thames. How amazing! So, a very big welcome to our special Springtime in Asia party today. I'm Andy, Head of Global PR here at Wendy, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited about the show that we have for you today. We've got a fantastic show for you today, so please sit back, relax, let us do the work for you, and we are going to take you away to Springtime in Asia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, our very special party today would not be complete without one very special lady. A lady who 26 years ago set about organising her first tour in China. Now one of travel's most influential people, renowned in the UK, Australia and New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen, it is Wendy Wu. So Wendy, great to see you today.
Great to see you too, Andy. Hi everyone, so good to see you.
Now Wendy, the days are brighter, the sun is out, the buds are booming, it's springtime. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, spring is here. A fresh start, new beginnings for us all. And on that note, let's have a little round of applause for new beginnings.
Yay! Spring is here!
Now Wendy, springtime is here in the UK, but we want to know what's happening in Asia and particularly what's happening in our destinations.
Yes, there's so much happening at this beautiful time of the year. So much celebration and so much festivities. And we have done a lot as well. So in February, we started with celebrating the Chinese New Year, the Spring Festival. Then last week, we celebrated with over 500 people the fabulous Japanese Sakura. And then on the 21st of March, that is the Nowruz, the largest Persian festival which is celebrated in Central Asia for over 3,000 years. And then next week, there will be the fun-filled Water Splash Festival, which will be celebrated throughout Asia and in China. So, there's so much celebration and festivities right now, and it's only fitting that today we are here to hold a wonderful travel party.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen. Spring, let's party.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this all sounds great, very exciting, but we've all been stuck inside for so long now. Wendy, the travel industry has been devastated. Ladies and gentlemen, we've all been devastated because we haven't been able to travel outside the UK. So the burning question, Wendy, we all want to know is, when are we going to travel to Asia?
Andy, that's a very good question. At the moment, there is no clear indication as to when the borders can open. In fact, not even one government can make such a decision. However, as the number one specialist tour operator to Asia, we are the first one to know if anything happens. And we promise we will be sharing with you straight away. So, if you haven't done so already, then please follow us on Facebook, look at our webpage, and open our email, and check on our newsletter, Whisper. We will do the even better job to share with you the latest news on border opening, on vaccination passport policy, as well as all the latest attraction and the latest experience, and keep the travel dream really striving. And one more thing, Andy, that the Japanese government already declared they will do everything they can to showcase to the world the wonderful Olympics. And they also said to us they want to do everything they can to welcome guests from all over the world as soon as they can. So let's hope that we will be able to travel very soon.
Absolutely, let's hope. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. As soon as those borders reopen, Wendy Wu Tours will be the first to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking back over the last 18 months, of course, nobody has been able to travel. Now, Wendy, I'm sure it must have been very quiet at Wendy Wu Tours during this time.
Andy, absolutely not. In the last 18 months, I was invited to BBC many times to give insight to this ever-changing, evolving COVID situation and its impact to the travel industry. It was so good to share my hope, my belief, and our resilience with the media and the audience. Then, in September, we have won 3 prestigious awards at the British Travel Award for the best escorted touring company and for the best Central Asia touring company and also for the best Southeast Asia touring company. Unlike many other tour operators have 100,000 people to vote for them, we only send people to iconic and faraway land. And yet we won. And it is quoted, because during the COVID, when the whole world was closing down, our customer still received the warmest hospitality and the best looking after. Plus, they are very safely and comfortably expatriated back home. And that's the reason why we won. And we are very proud of that. And then, in January 2021, we won for the 11th consecutive year the Globus, which is the Oscar of our travel industry, for the best specialist tour operator in the industry. Once again, it is quoted that we developed the most authentic, unique itineraries, which combine with the best experiences, history, culture, and tradition, plus the best personal service. That's why we won. And once again, we are so proud. Because last year, no one can travel and we have no income. So a lot of travel companies decided to lay low and hibernate. But that's what we need to do. Travel is our passion. Travel is what we love. And travel is what brings you to us and us to you. So our very dedicated, passionate, and talented team worked hard, fine-tune every tour to make it even better, to put in even more experiences. And we also worked very closely with local operator to devise the pioneering COVID protocol, so that once the travel returns and the border opens, you will be able to enjoy the very best holiday. And that's our promise. It is also during that time, because no one can travel, we stayed in contact even closer with our customers. A party like this today, we have done more than 30. We want to keep the travel dreams thrive and alive. And it is during that time, our customer told us that not only they want to go with us to Asia and the normal iconic place which we take them, they also want to go with us to some new places, such as Middle East. And I did ask them, so many people do Middle East, why do you want us to go with us? They said, because we like the way you do tours. You dig deep, dig out the most authentic experiences. Plus, you really care about the culture and the tradition and the history. And plus, you have the best guide, which have the best personalized service. And we want to do that. That's the reason why they want to travel with us. So therefore, this year, we added, not only we didn't shrink, we didn't hibernate, we added Egypt, Israel, and Jordan into our offering. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, our dear friends, here is our range of brochure just behind Andy. That is, yeah. So you can see to Japan and to China, to Central Asia and the Middle East, and to Southeast Asia and to South America. So this is brochure, and they are the most exciting, they are the latest with the best tours. So if you have not ordered one, please order one. They are the best work and the best holiday. So that's that. Now, of course, there's something else even more important. That during that time, we also worked extra hard with all the partners and with airlines and even with travel insurance to get you the best deal and the best offering, and which we will tell you all about it. And many of you already enjoy. So that is what we have been busy with. Andy, while as the wheel of travel was hot, ground to a halt, but not at Wendy Tours. We are busy as ever. We are passionate as ever. And our tour will be even better after all this fine-tuning. When Andy, I just can't wait to take everyone there with the best holidays.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard, springtime is big in Asia. So can you imagine what it would feel like to be there right now and enjoying this very special season? Yes, I know we can't be there in person right now. Oh, how I wish, just like you, that we could. But you know, at Wendy Tours, we can do magic. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to travel again? Yes, I hear you say we are. Andy, we are ready to travel. So case packed, passport ready, let's do this. Here to show us the sights and sounds of and the wonderful highlights of Central Asia, it's over to Peter Crane, our Global Product Director, who's taking us on a very special journey on the road to Samarkand.
Hello, I'd like to take you back, if I may, to Central Asia, this time to the so-called 5 stans of Central Asia. As mentioned before, these are Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. Our most popular tour in this region takes in Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, 2 neighbouring but highly contrasting countries. The tour is called Road to Samarkand. It's a 22-day fully inclusive tour, beginning in Bishkek, the capital of Kyrgyzstan, and ending in Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan. Our time in Kyrgyzstan is all about discovering the wonderful nature of this country. There are very few countries in the world that could claim to be as beautiful as Kyrgyzstan. Its mountains, its lakes, its forests are all dramatically beautiful and very unspoiled. We visit, for example, Lake Isykyl, which splits the middle part of the country, and enjoy a boat trip on the lake, overshadowed by the snow-capped mountains on the southern side. We also venture deep off the beaten track into regions where ancient traditions are still carried out today by the nomadic peoples. For example, eagle hunting. This is a tradition that's been practiced throughout Central Asia for centuries, and it's a real privilege to watch these people hunting with their golden eagles through the deserts of the region. We also visit extraordinary places like this. This is the caravanserai at Tash Rabat. Caravanserais were built the full length of the Silk Road for the ancient traders and merchants to stop. Every 20 or 30 kilometers, there was a caravanserai where the camels and traders would be put up overnight. The landscape here is, as you see, is austere, it's bleak, but also beautiful. It's very easy when you're in a place like this to imagine those ancient caravans coming through from east to west, carrying their goods, the silks, and other goods from China to the markets of the Mediterranean. We also visit the Chongqing National Park, perhaps one of the most beautiful of all the national parks in Kyrgyzstan, before crossing the border into Uzbekistan, where we travel to Samarkand. Samarkand for many is the most exquisite of all the ancient Silk Road cities. The Islamic art and Islamic architecture here are simply second to none. These gorgeous madrasas, for example, at the Registan Square, facing each other across the square, are all decorated with intricate tile work and the famous turquoise tiles for which Samarkand is famous. We visit the mausoleum of Tamerlane, the great emperor who ruled over these Silk Road cities, here at Guria Amir. And later we travel to Bukhara, the second of the famous Silk Road cities in Uzbekistan. Bukhara is absolutely jam-packed with sites to explore. There are said to be over 140 different historical monuments in the old town itself, many of which are UNESCO listed. We have 3 full days here, so we do see plenty of them, including, for example, the Kalyan Mosque, a beautiful, serene place right in the heart of the city. We travel further west to Khiva and visit Ichankala, which is the old city, surrounded still by its ancient mud brick wall. And in the heart of Khiva, you perhaps see the most beautifully preserved, best preserved of all the ancient Silk Road cities. Kaltaminor, for example, another example of a really beautifully decorated madrasa with its minaret. If you're looking for a longer tour through this region, we can take you on a 27-day journey through all 5 of the stands of Central Asia. That's to say, a journey that starts up in Kazakhstan, travels down into Tajikistan before crossing Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, and finally back from Turkmenistan. In Kazakhstan, we explore the Charan Canyon, a 90-kilometer long canyon carving through the deserts of Kazakhstan. Many people compare it to the Grand Canyon in the United States. We also visit Almaty, surrounded, as you see, by the beautiful Altai Mountains, one of the most dramatically located cities I've ever seen. And towards the end of the trip, we visit one of the Silk Road cities less fortunate than Samarkand or Bukhara or Khiva, in that it was totally destroyed by the Mongols when they swept in from the east. In 1221, the ancient city of Merv was completely razed to the ground. And considering this was the biggest city in the world at the time, 700,000 of its inhabitants were killed by the Mongols, and all that remains of ancient Merv today are these slightly haunting monuments you see in front of you. Also in Turkmenistan, we see a modern day site, the Darvaza crater. This is an extraordinary place. It's a natural crater with a permanently burning natural gas flame. And we go out to the Darvaza crater in the evening to enjoy a picnic dinner on the edge of the crater, illuminated by the flames of the crater itself. Quite a remarkable experience. The tour finishes in Ashgabat in Turkmenistan, another remarkable city, a remarkable country for its politics and for its history. It's an extraordinary place and a really fitting end to a journey like no other. Finally, from this part of the world, I'd like to mention a shorter tour that we have that concentrates on one of the stands only, Uzbekistan. This tour is Ultimate Uzbekistan. It's a 12-day tour, again fully inclusive, and it focuses on the Silk Road cities of Uzbekistan, as mentioned before, Samarkand, Bukhara, and Khiva. And on this particular tour, we also take in Lukus, one of the other ancient cities on the ancient Silk Road. Now, I just wanted to introduce you to our two exclusive show offers, which are available only to you as our guests here today. The first is a free return flight with any of our group tours to China, Southeast Asia, or Central Asia, and this represents a massive saving of up to £900 per person on your holiday. The second is an offer designed for our growing number of solo travellers. It's a 50% discount of any single room supplement in China, in Southeast Asia, or in Central Asia. Now, this one could save you up to £1,045 per person. Both of these offers are only available to you as our guests here today and are valid for just 2 weeks from today, as the offer ends on Wednesday, the 21st of April. Now, our exclusive show offers can also be combined with our flexible booking guarantee. This guarantee is designed to let you book with Wendy Wu Tours with utmost confidence. Whatever the uncertainties around future travel, these policies will offer you full flexibility. So our normal deposit is £350 per person, but this has been reduced to just £99 per person. And normally your final balance would be due 75 days before departure, but this has been reduced to just 42 days or 6 weeks before departure. And finally, if you need or want to change your travel date or your travel destination, you can do it free of charge anytime up to six weeks before you travel. And finally, and most importantly from us, we just wanted to reassure you that we've been working with all of our partners overseas to develop a really comprehensive set of industry-leading protocols to keep you safe while you're traveling on tour with us. We've looked at every possible touch point on the tour: the hotels, the transport, the restaurants, the sightseeing, and all the other activities. And we've taken the necessary measures to ensure that you're kept safe while you're on tour with us. So that's it from me. Just to remind you of the two amazing and unprecedented show offers, the free flight and the half-price single supplement. These are available only for 2 weeks from today. So if you're interested, please don't hesitate to inquire and make your booking with us before the offer expires. Thank you and goodbye.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the road to Samarkand. How amazing was that? So where next, Andy? Where next are we going to? Well, we are off to China. Yes, China, where it all started for Wendy Wu Tours 24 years ago. So many iconic sites. Yes, the Great Wall, the terracotta soldiers, not to mention the fantastic cities of Beijing and Shanghai. It's a destination that is always top of everybody's bucket list for travel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, again, we're here in London, but that's not where we're staying. We are now going to transport you right over to China. Yes, at Wendy Wu Tours, anything and everything is possible. So it's time again, sit back, relax, let us take care of you and transport you to the wonderful world of China. Over to Wendy Wu, who's taking us on a very special journey now to see all the major highlights on our flagship tour, Wonders of China.
Hi everyone. As you know, China is so big and so diversified. It's impossible for me to share everything on the very limited time. So I'm going to divide my talk into two parts. The first one is the bucket list, the major highlights. As Andy said, I'm going to use Wonders of China to showcase that. Then, it is the shining diamonds, the hidden gems, and the Dreams of Nature tour is the perfection to showcase that. However, what I want to share even more is some of the unique aspects of Chinese culture and tradition. With authentic experiences and learnings our customers enjoy while on tour, and what remains with them long after touring with us, which is the specialist way. That's the key part. Part 1. The bucket list. Wonders of China. I'm very proud to say we invented this tour 16 years ago, and today it is still the most popular China tour in the market. It covers 8 major highlights: Beijing, Xi'an, Yangtze River Cruise, Chongqing, Panda, Guilin, Yangzhou, and Shanghai. It is 16 days from £3,460 per person, fully inclusive. It is important to explain what fully inclusive means at Wendy Tours. It means include the return airfare from the UK, all the transportation, and all the accommodation, all the meals, 3 meals a day every day, includes all the daily tours with entrance fee and the most wonderful guides, includes evening entertainment, cruises, and all the special experiences. It is truly fully inclusive. Yes, we include the visa, and we do the visa for you. Your Wonders of China tour start with a flight from the UK to Beijing, which most likely to arrive at this most extraordinary and futuristic airport. And from the moment you arrive, you will know that you have truly arrived in China, a very modern and yet very ancient country. And we hope in the next 14 days, you will live extraordinarily with some of the most wonderful experiences with us. In Beijing, the first bucket list icon you're going to see is the Great Wall. As the specialist, we are proud to take you to Jiyongguan, a very special section of the wall, where our vehicle is parked only about 100 meters away from the wall, so you can be on the wall straight away without having to fight through all the street vendors who sell you from spoon to t-shirt to hats and everything, so your experience is better. When we first discovered it, it is just us and the wall. It was great. But now everybody know about it, so this area is just as crowded as elsewhere. However, one thing I can promise, that is Wendy Tours will always look for something special and somewhere great to give you the best experiences. After that, we're going to show you all the things you heard about and read about and wanting to see in Beijing. The Temple of Heaven, Summer Palace, Forbidden City, Tiananmen Square, and of course the wonderful back alley of Hutong, Peking Duck dinner, and all the local markets. You're going to be here for 3 days. It's jam-packed with all the best experiences, and we don't want you to miss a thing. After that, we fly you to Xi'an, home to the second bucket list of China, the Terracotta Warriors. Some of you may have seen it in Liverpool, 8 pieces of finest artwork. But nothing compares to this, 6,000 of them right in front of you at its original site. However, to most people, including myself, the absolute highlight of Xi'an is actually the city wall, the best preserved ancient wall in China. As you can see, it is 20 meters wide and high above the ground with spectacular view of the ancient city. When you walk on it, your imagination will go wild, and all the history and the story and the legend you heard will come alive. It's a wonderful experience. Then it becomes the specialist cultural experience, the Tang Dynasty dance show, which many said is the best show they have ever seen, followed by a sumptuous three-jiao banquet. All the delicious dumplings are made into different shapes and flavors. Truly a feast of taste buds as well as to the eyesight. Not only you get to taste it, you also get to learn how to make it. You also get to learn and practice Tai Chi in the morning with a master. Both dumpling making and Tai Chi are over 2,000 years tradition in China, and both of them are very healthy and very good for you. As specialists, we would like you to learn it and also to enjoy the benefits long after you tour it with us. We will then fly you to Yichang to board the Yangtze River cruise, visit the largest dam project in the whole world, which involves migrate over 1 million people to build, and then traveling through the spectacular Three Gorges. We arrive in Chongqing to visit these adorable pandas at its renowned Chongqing Panda House, which is almost natural surrounding. Then we will board the bullet train to Guilin. As a specialist, we want to make sure you experience the bullet train in China. How can you not? China built the largest network of bullet train within a decade from nothing. You've got to see it. Unlike all the other major highlights in China, Guilin and Yangshu represents another aspect of China. It's idealistic, picturesque, and almost rural. When we did a survey, 95% of the customers told us, we love Beijing, Xi'an, Shanghai, and Yangtze River cruise, but we love Guilin, especially Yangshu, the most. To include Yangshu at the end of Guilin costs a lot more, but as specialists, we want to make sure you experience it, as it is simply the best. Then we arrive in Shanghai, the famous waterfront, the Bund. You can see the grandeur of an old era, the gallery of European grand architecture of the colonial period in the 1930s. Right across the river, face to face, in front of it, it's a now even more famous Pudong, the financial center and economic zone of China. In the evening, we will enjoy a spectacular Huangpu River cruise and look at both sides and mesmerize of the modern and old times. And remember, Shanghai is your final place on these wonders of China tour. And it is a perfect place to do some shopping. Gentlemen, please don't worry. When your wife is shopping in China, she will save money because so much bargain to be had in Shanghai. Now, it's time to bid farewell to China and the time to come home. 16 days has gone by. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, part 2, the shining diamonds, which I have only 2 minutes to show you the dreams of nature and everything else. This is Zhangjiajie, the backdrop of film Avatar. Wendy Tours is very proud to be the first company to take Western tourist groups into the area, famously known as the 10 miles long Panting Road, long before Zhangjiajie was made famous by Avatar. The Dreams of Nature tour included many natural wonders, such as this one, the Ulong National Park, and the 3 natural bridges, which are the biggest in the world, and plus the Black Mountain Valley. I wish I had more time to tell you all about it. However, they all share one thing in common. They are truly magic, and they are highly undiscovered, and they are all new on the UNESCO World Heritage listing. So come with us now, before the crowds flood into that area. Then you can see it in the most beautiful and natural and authentic forms. There's plenty more shining diamonds on this tour. The Longji Rice Terrace, the Giant Buddha, the Mount Ermei, just to name a few. If you want to see the most beautiful and stunning natural wonders, and in the most authentic rural culture, then this is the tour for you. And before going home, we want to make sure you get to experience another unique part of Chinese culture, the matchmaking corner, where parents check out all the potential partners for the children. And here is where the future in-laws meet and check out each other and while enjoy a cup of tea. That was the Dreams of Nature tour. Now, I just want to use the remaining a minute to show you all the other beautiful sides of China. This is Zhoujiagou, the Nile Village Valley, and it is the #1 scenic attraction, and used to be part of Dreams of Nature tour, but because damaged by the earthquake, that's why we can't visit now, but soon it will be reinstated. This is the stunning Lijiang in Yunnan, near Kunming. The Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, absolutely majestic. This is the Crescent Moon Spring in Dunhuang, a legend on the Silk Road. For over 1,000 years, this little spring created a wonderful oasis for travelers from afar. I would like to finish my presentation on Potala Palace, the crown jewel of Tibet, where I was born. Both my parents are medical doctors, and they were sent to Tibet to build hospitals. So any which way into Tibet, I know it well. Once you finished, explore China, visited all the highlights and the shining diamonds, then please come with us to Tibet, the purest land, the most pristine place, and the closest place to heaven. Thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for listening.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Wonders of China. Can it possibly get any more impressive than that? What a day for our travels. So far, we've been through Central Asia, China, and now to complete our magical journey, our springtime journey through Asia, we're off to Southeast Asia. Here to show us the utterly magnificent sights of Vietnam and Cambodia. Such breathtaking destinations. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Let's go over to Sandra Foreman, Business Development Manager here at Wendy, who's ready to whisk us off on the classic Mekong. Sandra.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Sandra Foreman from Wendy Tours, and I am delighted to be showcasing one of our most popular tours to Southeast Asia. This is our classic Mekong tour, and it is a 17-day fully inclusive tour taking in the mighty temples of Angkor in Cambodia, You'll sail along the mighty Mekong River, which is wonderful to take some shore excursions and meet the friendly locals. And we'll travel all the way to the stunning Halong Bay, northern Vietnam. Now, this tour really is fantastic, and it is perfect for ticking off those must-see highlights of Southeast Asia. Now, our journey starts with the breathtaking sight of Angkor Wat, and it truly is an awesome sight, and you really have to be there to appreciate the sight and the atmosphere of the Angkor temples. They are absolutely amazing, and there's thousands of temples and more still being discovered in this area, and they are the best preserved and most awe-inspiring temples and site of the Angkor treasures. And as the sun sets, we'll float along Angkor's moat and soak up the atmosphere and the stunning views. And then we'll spend time visiting Cambodia's charismatic capital, Phnom Penh, which sits on the banks of the Mekong. And here we'll take a cyclo to the heart of the city, where we'll visit the Royal Palace. And the Royal Palace, the Silver Pagoda, and this is the official residence of the king. And within this complex, you'll find the priceless Buddhas and also a floor covered in 5,000 silver tiles. Now, Cambodia and Phnom Penh emerged from a tragic past to become one of Asia's most charming destinations, with its beautiful old colonial cities and its undiscovered beaches. And you'll get an insight here to the tragic past when we visit the Tuol Sleng Museum and the Killing Fields. And then one of my favourite parts of this tour is when we go on to board our brand new ship, who made her maiden voyage just in December 2019, and I was really fortunate to be on that voyage on Victoria Mekong. She is a 4-star spacious, indulgent ship, and you will enjoy the wealth of activities, comfort and service on board. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the ship. She is the newest Mekong River cruise in this area, and we do tour on the most unique tour routes. We'll explore off-beaten track, and you'll get off the ship with some of the shore excursions to places that we have never visited before. You'll avoid the crowds, and it really is an awesome experience. The cabins on board, we have 33 deluxe cabins and 2 VIP suites. And what I really loved about this is the full-size balcony that you can sit out on and enjoy a glass of champagne or a cocktail, or that local delicacy Kapu Trung, that egg white coffee. Now, the ship was built with the environment in mind, so it is all solar panels with the water treated and recycled on board, and there's lots of wonderful seating areas where you can relax on board. And the ship has the state-of-the-art facilities, so we've got the jacuzzi pool on the sun deck with the spa. You could experience a wonderful massage, go to the gym, ladies and gentlemen, or to the library, or the mini golf. So as you would expect, all of those facilities are on board the ship. Now, the food is absolutely delicious. You'll experience that Vietnamese and Khmer food and dine in a stylish area restaurant with an open kitchen where the food is served from. And we also include the free flow house wine, the local beers and soft drinks. And whilst we're talking about food, ladies and gentlemen, the food in Southeast Asia is amazing. And what is wonderful on your Wendy Wu tour, because it's all inclusive, we'll include your breakfast, your dinner and your evening meal. And you'll have some real unique cuisine experiences and sampling the local dishes. And as the day turns into night, you'll enjoy a gala dinner, and you'll be accompanied with the traditional Vietnamese folk music and dancing, and lots of entertainment and activities taking place on board. Now, the show excursions are fantastic, and these will give you a real glimpse into the authentic local life and the opportunity to interact with the locals and their captivating culture. You'll take a sampling and explore the islands where you can visit the traditional cottage industries, and you'll see the locals net weaving, making the incense craft sticks. You'll see the wood carvers, they're making the traditional clay pottery, making the local rice cakes, which are delicious. There's so many wonderful excursions to enjoy, and you really won't want to leave our ship Victoria Mekong, but we have to, and there's so much more still to experience. As we say farewell, we'll enjoy that final cocktail on board, and you'll be entertained with a thrilling lion dance. And then we'll go on to explore those Coochie tunnels and learn about that fascinating history of the excavations by the Viet Cong. We'll go on and visit that enchanting town of Hoi An, where again we'll meet some of the local people and be immersed in some of the cultural activities that are taking place in these charming areas and enjoy having a cup of tea with the locals. We'll visit that historical area of Saigon, where again some of the most magnificent buildings and architecture and sights you'll experience. And you'll experience that exhilarating cyclo ride through Hanoi's old quarter and see those colourful colonial buildings, the bustling streets, and explore the graceful home of the cultural treasures and the galleries. And with all your Wendy Wu tours, we have the most spectacular experiences for you, and you'll be taken to that open air performance celebrating the rich history of northern Vietnam with the quintets of Tonkin Show, which is staged on the water. And of course, the most spectacular, stunning place, Halong Bay. You'll have the opportunity to experience that enchanting, timeless world of underground caves on the island. And that will bring us to the end of this tour. And there's so many wonderful highlights to experience. So I do hope you've enjoyed that, ladies and gentlemen, and we see you very soon.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a real privilege to be with you today, and we hope that you enjoyed your travels through Asia on this very special springtime journey through Asia just as much as we have. It's been wonderful to be connected again and to see you and to share all those special moments in Asia, to hear all the news and the experiences, and of course, not to mention those special party offers. Yes, free flights. Yes, that's right. You heard it correctly. Free flights to all the destinations that you've seen today, and of course those half-price single supplements. All valid for travels in 2022 and 2023. But ladies and gentlemen, remember, these offers are time limited and they are only available until the 21st of April. So now we are coming to the best part of this event. Yes, it's the party room, where you are going to meet our team of experts. You're going to find out lots more about Asia, our tours, and again, those fantastic offers. Plus, it is a party, so this is your opportunity to mingle, get to know each other, and hear from our like-minded friends, all who simply just love to travel. So now, the party room. The link is on your screen. Just click the link and you are ready. And hey, because we want to see you, please remember to switch on your video. Just click on the video symbol on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, and then we'll see you. And do remember to mute as well. You can unmute yourself when you want to ask a question. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, at any time in the party, you can ask a question by using the Zoom chat facility. So there we have it. Let the party begin. We look forward to seeing you in the party room now.